guess like a pick a group. I don't like saying pick a card all the time because it's not really that. We're kind of picking a group or a, what do you call it? Like a, a deck type of thing. So, yeah, I have 3 decks for you guys to choose from as your messenger decks. So, before we do that, this is going to be a separation reading. So, we're just going to discern what type of separation you're in, what's going on with you, what's the purpose of the separation and the potential of, maybe what's to come of the situation and what's the advice and some messages here. So, yeah, it could be like a divine separation, meaning like spirit did it, even though you guys might feel like you were in control of that, but it was a divine hand in it. Whether it was, a breakup or a karmic, like you have to, like, it's not a good connection type of separation, or could be emotional distance, mental separation distance, people that are together, but there's that, it's just not, you're not clicking at the moment with your connection. So, I have 3 piles, 3 decks for you to choose from. Pile number 1's option will be 𝗟𝗽𝗆𝗆's deck, and this is kind of like a text message type of style deck. The Hidden Truth Oracle deck by All Things Intuitive. It's the first edition, volume 1, I believe, and then the Twin Flame Messages by Mystic Moon for pile number 3. So I'll give you guys a moment to meditate on which deck resonates with you, and we'll go ahead and start the reading whenever you're ready. Okay. All right. So if you guys were drawn to pile number 1's deck, which is the 𝗟𝗽𝗆𝗆's deck, it's like a text message type of style deck. We'll use that at some point in the reading, but I'm going to put it to the side and we're just going to pull and see what's going on. What type of separation is this? Is it a divine separation? Is it a karmic situation? Is it an energetic separation where 2 people are together but they're just not clicking, they're not getting along, they're not, there's misunderstanding? So, Holy Spirit, for pile number 1, those who chose pile number 1, can you please give me clarity as to what's going on? Okay, kind of feel this is a connection of miscommunication, or some of you may be a non-communication type of situation between you and this person. Let's see. Holy Spirit. Getting a mixture here of separative energy. Like, do you feel like there's some toxicity here, just a little bit? Or just people acting out in their shadows, acting up, triggering each other? Let's see. What's the energy for pile number 1? What is the separation energy for them? Okay, you have Taurus, Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. You have South Node, Karmic, Past. Yeah, I'm going to take that. So you have the Taurus card, and you have the South Node card here. So this could have been like a separation between the 2 of you due to instability. And you can take instability in any way that you resonate with. So one of the partners may have not been reliable. I do feel like when this connection is good, it has its moments of where it's like comfortable. It's a lot of pleasure. But there's a lack of maybe work and effort on one of your ends. Like, both of you could be an earth or fire sign. Doesn't have to be specifically a Taurus or Sag connection, but it kind of feels like one person is more of like the stable partner, more of the responsible one, and the other partner is more of like kind of like non-committal, or kind of just wants to do their own thing in a sense. Like, sometimes if this person, one of the partners want to participate as a couple or is trying to ground the connection into something more stable, the other partner is kind of just like, let's just have fun. Let's throw it up in the air. Like, let's just see where things land, where things go, or, you know, I travel or I got to go. So someone could travel a lot. Someone could travel for work in this connection. This is a connection I feel like is meant to trigger you out of your comfort zones, patterns, old habits that don't really serve you. It could even be something that challenges you to get out of this energy of stagnation, replaying, you know, staying stuck, playing small. This is a connection that could have, you know, it could feel like unfinished business. So this could be someone that's in and out of your life. Like you orbit each other, like you come and you go. You feel like you have unfinished business with this person, or they feel like they have unfinished business with you. But this connection is, for the most part, the separation as well. The connection and the separation, I feel like, is meant to challenge you out of your comfort zones, out of, you know, bad habits or old habits, or also challenging you and encouraging you rather to tap into your true self, your gifts, your talents, what are your true strengths, showing you where your weaknesses lie, showing you where your potential lies. And maybe you guys might kind of try to, you know, see the best in each other, or one of the partners try to see the best in the other person and sees all this potential. But I just get this energy of someone maybe stuck in their ways. Okay. But there's this energy of orbiting. So some of you guys is like committed to this connection or dedicated or determined, where the other person is kind of just like, I don't really know you, you know, not sure. So this could be for some of you like friends with benefits. Give me a second. I have to scratch, and I don't know if my microphone's going to like, okay. So for some of you, the vibe that I get from this energy is like, it could be a friends with benefits type of situation, or someone that you're dating where it's not really, it's not grounding. The connection's not grounding into something more stable, maybe something more, you know, serious or clear what you two are, where you stand. It's just kind of this, let's just see where it goes. It's could be an age gap or just like a maturity difference when it comes to commitments and relationship. It's could have really started off as a connection of like where you both were just kind of wanting to test things out, or it was some type of sexual energy involved, sexual relationship, or maybe just a sexual chemistry. But this seems like a karmic separation, maybe even a bit of a divine separation between two people. But let's tap in and see. So where are you both within this connection right now during the separation? What's going on between the two of you? Holy Spirit. For the viewer, you can discern which is you. If it's you or your person, you can discern the energies. Show me the person that is more invested, more determined. Can you please show me that energy? Can you show me the energy of the person that is a little less determined or committed, where they stand right now? Holy Spirit, can you please show me? Can you please show me? Whoa, okay. All right. So let's start off with the person that is more committed to this connection. I'm going to put the other cards to the side. So yeah, someone's kind of, I'm just getting like up in the clouds with this, maybe in the beginning with the Ace of Cups. This person seems to be like in fantasy land, drinking and sipping their wine on this air balloon, which sounds like a complete vibe to me. I don't know about going up in the air balloons. I mean, it looks nice. It sounds nice. But yeah, this energy, whoever's the more determined, more committed person is, I feel like thinks about this connection from a place of a lot of potential, of where it could go, you know, no limits to where this could go. This is like this romantic energy. So you guys could have spent a lot of time together on dates. I do feel that this person, the person that is more determined, is a very hard worker. You have the King of Pentacles, King of Wands. So this could be a same-sex connection between a Taurus man and a Sagittarian man. maybe even to Sagittarius or Sagittarius woman and Taurus woman. But because you got the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles energy here with the Two of Cups, I feel for some of you that you both are hard workers actually, and you guys may be very focused on your work. One of you works in a very demanding job where maybe you don't have a lot of time to spend. Someone could literally be a chef or work in the food industry. One of you may work in media or some type of publications or something where you are maybe entertainment, media, or you're a speaker, or you have some type of platform that, you know, you are the main character, right? This is what you do, or your person. This could be their energy. Do you feel like there's someone that's focused on travel as well, or could be traveling at the moment for pleasure, not just so much for business, but it seems like I'm just going to take a quick road trip. I'm just going to, you know, go where I'm led, or I need to get away. I need to clear my head. I feel like you both care about each other, but what I'm noticing, I feel like you guys, one of you is very, very giving and very like open and nurturing to the other, whereas the other person kind of takes. So if you look at this card, the girls they have their own cups, but one of the girls is drinking a straw out of the other girls. So they're both drinking out of one cup. So I kind of get this feeling that someone takes a little bit more. They don't, and it's not that they don't have it to give, really. They choose not to. And I feel like that's the non-committal person. Like the person that is committal to this connection or determined or wants to work on this or puts a lot of energy into it. You have a lot of emotions and love to give, and you do give it, and you willingly give it to this person. But I feel like they take rather than they give, and they have something to give. It's kind of selfish, like, oh, I'll drink out of yours so I can savor some of my, you know, my smoothie or whatever they're drinking, right? So the cups are our emotions. So this person is like holding on to emotions. So whoever is the non-committal type of energy, I feel like this person, they are focused on their job. Okay. You have the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and the Four of Wands. This person could also have a child. They could be a single parent. So most of their energy is on that. This person does want to come together with you in some instance, whether this is just like on an energetic level, you guys reconciling. If you guys are together, you're living together, but it's just like this awkward energy. Or for some of you, this is someone that is not as active in your life as they could. But again, the Four of Wands, it's like a homecoming, it's a reunion, but at the same time, it's kind of lightweight energy too. This looks like two people meeting back up again. So this person could come to see you, or you could come see them if there's a travel thing involved. This person could have their own food business or food truck, or you could. But I'm seeing like someone that has a lot of responsibilities. And with the Nine of Cups being here, they could be at a place where they're focused on achievements, or they've achieved something. And that's where most of their focus is at this time. Let's see how you guys are handling the separation and how, you know, this person feels about the separation per se, because that didn't really give me too much. Okay, let's see. That is whoever the person that's most determined, which I feel like is the viewer, of course. I just have that feeling. Three of Wands, and this is a bonus card in this deck. It's in the upright position because it has like a quote-unquote positive and negative side. So it's up on the positive side with the Three of Wands. So there's this waiting, kind of being in a place of stillness and quiet. The other person, let's see, where's the other person? Because some of you guys are working. You might be trying to take your mind off of this connection through work with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Let's see. Holy Spirit, please show me pile number one's person, how they're handling the separation and how they feel. Nine of Cups twice in a different deck with the Magician. Yeah, they're very determined and focused on manifesting something for themselves that they feel like they will be pleased with themselves if they can get, I heard get on their feet. So Two of Cups came out again in a different deck, but this one feels more like a self-love card. I always say that when I pull this card out of this deck, unless this is a same-sex situation between two men, I do feel like this person has love for you. If this is if it's not two men, you know, watching this, for those of you, this is this person needing to love themselves. And I feel like that's where their focus is. They are taking the higher route. They have a lot of major arcanas. They have the Temperance and the Fool as well with the Magician. So this person, I feel like this is a divine separation. For most of you, there might have been some karmic energies at play. May still even be some karmic energies that need to be balanced out. Some cleansing needs to go on here. Some healing. Because I feel like spirit is driving this to an extent where this person, they need to pour into themselves. They're selfish to a degree, but some of it is like, if this person knows that they're not in the place to, like, they know that they have love to give. It's not that they don't have it to give. It's they're choosing not to give it, because if this person feels like they're not in this place right now where they can devote and give all of their time, then why do it? But at the same time, it's like they're not opposed to your giving, which is kind of selfish. That's where the selfishness comes in, right? It's like you're the giver, because I'm assuming that the viewer, you're the one that is the more committed person. This person with this Fool card is definitely detached to a degree. Like there's love, but it's like out of sight, out of mind, but you still dwell in the inner parts of me. But because I always feel like this person, there's something about this connection that feels extremely casual, or it was, and I kind of get the feeling, and if this is not your pile, then it's not your pile, you can watch another one. But I feel like for a majority of you, the vibe of this energy is like it wasn't supposed to be anything. It was kind of like something out of curiosity or sexual hookup type thing, or maybe friends with benefits, co-workers that hooked up, whatever, business partners maybe, but it wasn't supposed to be that deep, and one of you wanted it to be deep. And I kind of feel like you guys had a moment, or it's let's say for instance someone was on a business trip for a few months in a different city or state, or maybe even country, and you met each other, and it was just meant to be this hookup thing, but you guys kind of played partners even though you knew what it was. But one person really started to feel feelings and emotions and started to really play into the idea of really being together. But I don't feel like it was supposed to be that. Like this person has love for you for who you are and what you meant to them, and what you know, because this kind of feels like you guys are not in relationship right now, or you're not connecting right now. Yeah, I get this is a lot of you. I don't know. I assume that I don't have men watching my channel like that. Especially, I don't know about gay, but I mean, I have a couple that I know personally that watch my channel. But if you're watching, this is definitely your pile, because there's two men here and they're in conflict with one another. And you have the marionette card too. So someone feels like, okay, I'm not going to be a puppet, okay? I'm hearing instincts, bye, bye, bye. But then I'm hearing it's going to be May. It's going to be May. So definitely somebody could be a Taurus for sure. A May Taurus, May baby Taurus. I don't know. I don't feel like this person is really focused on serious relationships. Fury. Yeah, it could be one of you is a woman or the feminine, and you're pissed the fuck off. Like, maybe even at this moment. Like, you know, but I'm not going to say that. Not. Loss. Okay. It's not to say that they don't care. Okay. There is some level of, like, you know, grieving. There is a level of feeling a lack here. But I don't feel like this was supposed to be something serious between the two of you. Commitment. Yeah. This person flees from commitment. They dread it. Whoever the masculine energy is of this connection. Relaxation. Okay, so some of you guys might feel like, oh, this person's going to come back. It's written. It's meant to be. I just have this feeling that this person is going to come back. Not to say that they won't, but it's just like in the way that you want, maybe not so much. And I have to be honest, y'all, and I know it might be triggering, but I have this feeling like it's not going to really be that, because you have someone that is like, you can't pull me, you know, you can't force me to be with you, or no one can force me to do anything. So it's like, if this person feels like they're being manipulated into something that they clearly said they're not ready for, they don't want, or whatever the case may be, they're going to start to feel that restriction. They're going to start to feel like someone's playing with them, manipulating them, trying to restrict them, and they do not like that. This is a free bird, okay? I'm hearing that song from Leonard Skinner, Free Bird. Like, they are not, you know, they're not to be stuck, okay? And I feel like this free bird does have a heart. Just like you have a heart, you have feelings, you have emotions, you get hurt, they get hurt too. So it's not to say that this person doesn't feel anything. It's just like, they're not a bad person. I feel like they have some toxic ways, as we all do, right? But this person right here, though, like, they're very clear about what they are about. They feel bad that maybe you feel bad, or maybe that you're unhappy, or that things are not, you know, where, you know, not where they used to be, or that you could be sad, or that they have to leave, or, but that's who they are. That's where they're at in their life. I know this is Uranus energy, but I am getting someone that is like very, very Sagittarian. Like, they have to travel, they have to see the world, they have to explore. And when they're ready, they're ready. But when they're not, it's just like, let me do me, let me experience life. And I kind of get, there's something with travel or distance between the two of you for sure, for most of you. So let's see what this person wants to tell you, and then we'll look at what you can potentially expect, and then we'll get some advice for you. Let's see, Divine Spirit. What is the detached individual, the little free bird? What is their message? Okay, so this also could be a connection where you guys like text on apps or text messages, not rather than like phone calls so much. You guys might just like send each other quick text messages. You guys might not go into long conversations through text, but you get your point across through the text. Like, it might be one or two texts, or like, what are you up to? Nothing. I want to see you. Okay, well, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And it's like that. It's not long text messages. Unless, and I feel like this might be specific, but I'm seeing somebody that in the middle of the night might have sent a very long text message to the person that's more determined, or more desiring a commitment. Text the less, you know, the non-committal person right now, to text them in the middle of the night a long ass paragraph about where they stand and how they feel. And this person might have left you on red, or they didn't read it at all. And I feel like this person doesn't know how to respond. I'm not getting like they're turned off by you, or they're like, forget you, I don't care. It's kind of like they don't know what to say. They may respond, or they may like kind of gloss over that and not talk about it, and text you like something that has nothing to do with what you said. Almost like, oh, hey, how you been? It's very avoidant. What does this person want to say? I know I should have been honest from the start. I was too scared. Sorry. Yes. Let me, hold on. You guys kind of see it. Let me see. It's a little blurry. Yeah. The grass was not greener on the other side. I wish I would have known before I did what I did. What's another message that they want? I want to get back together with you. Let's reconcile. I want that old thing back. So for some of you, that is the case. That is true. They do. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. For some of you on the other side of this, though, and I have to really, really be honest, some of them, they don't want anything serious with you at all. They may just kind of be like, I'm not even going to mess with you. I'm not going to play with your head any further. So let's just keep it where it's at. And the others are kind of like, I don't want anything serious, but I don't want you to go anywhere. So this card says all I wanted to do was hit that, nothing more, nothing less, relax and have fun. Again, that's the energy that I get from this person. For some of you, I know that might be triggering, and for others, they still want you in their life. So let's see what you can potentially expect from this connection, or this separation rather, with this person. Holy Spirit, please give me clear, probable. Mercury. This person may hang out with you. Could be like some type of, where they pay for some type of entertainment, like a concert for you guys to go to together, some type of sports game, sporting event or something. And for others of you, you have Venus at the top of the deck. You have Mercury and Venus. So there could be communication based off of feelings, okay? Could be something about Wednesday or Friday. Okay. I do see someone getting dressed up. You're going to see this person again. For some of you, it's like a plan to hang out. But again, I feel like just the fact that you like this person, like they like you too. For a lot of you, they like you. They like the idea of you rather than actually the real deal of romance and love. It's kind of like they like playing with the idea of it, kind of playing house, or playing boyfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, but not really being about that life. 2 cards fell on the floor. And wanting to keep it that way because they like you, and they also, some of you, they do feel like you'll accept them no matter what because you care. They know that you love them that much, even though they've told you that they're not looking for a commitment, or they don't want anything serious right now, or, you know, they're focused on other things. The fact that you're available and you make yourself available to them and you show them your emotions, they know that you'll most likely take them regardless. And then there's the others that I feel like come in when it's convenient. I mean, it goes both ways. I feel like it's a convenient thing. And if this is like a connection where you live in 2 different cities or states, or maybe even countries, it's like when travel's involved, it's like you guys hook up, you go out, you may go out on dates, you may do things together, you have sex, you might, you know, lay up together, play honeymoon, and then go back to things normal, and the other person is stuck thinking about the other person. And Spirit is like, there's a need for self-love here. Someone has to really love themselves more. Spirit is saying that some of you need to take time out to heal. Now, these 2 cards that flew out of the deck is take time out and control. That flew out. Let go of the need to know. So for some of you, you're too stuck on an outcome with this person and what's going to happen. You might even kind of allow yourselves to be kind of controlled by this person, and what they want and what they say goes. And some of you may think, well, as long as I get what I want, as long as I get to see them and get some sex, whatever, it's whatever. But at the same time, there's an attachment. Okay. And if this is the opposite, if you're the one that's like, though I don't want nothing serious, then flip it how it resonates with you. Okay. There is a level of control here, and some of it is trying to control how things happen. And it's not to say that you shouldn't take control of your life in a healthy way, but it's kind of like if there's something that's not in alignment and you have to constantly force or try to push, or chase or whatever, it's not in alignment. Take time out says take time alone, or some time alone is needed. So this is a divine separation in a sense where Spirit can see that something is getting a little bit out of hand, a little bit imbalanced. Okay. Someone is not really honoring and loving themselves. Okay. And Spirit saying you got to take this time out to heal. All right. So I know that was a little rough. Okay. Maybe a little heavy, but if it is what it is for you, if it's true, it's true. So I send you guys much love though. Okay, you be easy on yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next pile. Okay. So, for those of you drawn to the hidden messages or the hidden truth oracle, this is your reading. But before we get into those, we're going to tap into the energy surrounding the connection. Okay. Some of these messages may resonate. Some of them may not. Okay. Clear all previous energies. Holy Spirit, ask for divine wisdom and truth for pile number 2. What kind of separation is this? What is going on within the separation right now? What's the energy? Okay. Truth be told, I just heard, truth be told. So there's a lot of confusion here with this connection. You might be in a state of like where you're kind of floating. You don't really see things clear right now. You don't really know what's what. Okay. You have Pisces, the dreamer. Yeah. North node with fate. Interesting. First house at the bottom of the deck with self. Okay. So could have some Pisces, have some Aries energy. Someone could have Pisces in their first house, Pisces as their north node. You don't really know if what is going on is like real. You can't separate the real from maybe something that you feel like maybe is meant to be, has a divine purpose to it. You're not sure if it's just a karmic situation or if this is a character building experience. So this separation is a divine separation for sure. Like there's a divine hand in it, and I feel like there's some lessons that need to be learned. I feel like this is definitely a journey. There's something connected to your path, your spiritual calling, your spiritual mission, your soul purpose. This could be a situation where you can, you know, there's a need to trust your intuition, but there's also this fear of, okay, is this coming from a place of illusions? Is this coming from a place of fantasy? Is this escapism? So you're really going to have to trust in your inner knowing, your inner gut, because I do feel like this connection could kind of borderline be something that you can romanticize or look at with rose-colored glasses, or it's a lot of potential, but also too like to where there's a lot going on a spiritual level that may not make sense on the physical yet or have manifested, and you want to make sure that you're not, you know, tripping or making things up. For some of you, this is somebody that, or this connection rather, you don't know what role this person is meant to play in your life. You have an idea, or you think that you have an idea. Could be Leo energy here too. You feel like you have an idea about this connection. You feel like for a reason or purpose, this person is in your life and you in theirs, but you're not really sure why. I don't feel like this is a separation based off of like two people that got together, broke up. I feel like this is distance. This is two people that are distant from each other, physically distant, live in different places and maybe connecting. And it's like, is this meant to even touch the ground, or is this all just up in the air? Because both of you guys, it could be like a flirty energy, a lot of possibilities and talks of, you know, this and that. It's very mystical. It's very spiritual, but at the same time, some of it, like, you have to be careful to stay grounded and not get carried away and start adding on to what's not, you know, adding on to what's already there and adding what's not there. Okay, you have the Lover's card here. So there is some type of spiritual connection between you and this person. You guys might be helpful to each other through healing. Okay, whoever the viewer is, or, you know, you could separate the energy of where you feel like you're at. The viewer's energy towards this connection or the situation. What is the energy? King of Swords. Someone could be a Leo, but someone here could be a Gemini with the Lovers and the King of Swords, and you have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you guys do converse. There is some type of separation. Someone can have obligations. I do kind of get a masculine here that kind of runs from problems, or if they dealt with a person that's very cold or very demanding, or some type of feminine figure that's very demanding on them, it's like an escape, like this other feminine, or like if you're the feminine, it's like this escape from that, like this safe haven, because there's a level of understanding. Could be someone specifically vents about their boss to the feminine, or it's something about like very strict energy. They feel imprisoned. King of Swords definitely could be someone that lives from afar. You live from afar from this person. This person could come to you or cry to you. Justice, Four of Wands. Yeah. So I get this feeling from this connection, like someone does feel like they're in a karmic situation or cycle, and that could be anything where there's maybe they're dealing with an ex that they have to go through some type of legal situation with, battle with, maybe even it's like two people that are not getting along. And for some of you, it's like they wish that things could be different between the two of you because maybe you guys are not on talking terms. You're not on a good, like a good space between the two of you right now. Could be a little bit of resentment on the feminine's energies, and this masculine is trying to figure out a way to maybe communicate or cut through that veil. And like the divine court is kind of like you guys need to get it together, but I feel like there's a desire to reconcile differences with the Four of Wands. It's like come together or finally meet, because it's kind of looks like two people on a trip, or one person is like traveled. It's like these people look like they're embracing each other, like they haven't seen each other in a long while, or they could be meeting for the first time. Let's see. Could be a Libra energy as well. Aries, most definitely energy is here. The Magician, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the Fool. Yeah, there's something about travel. One person is driving in the chariot and the other is like at an airport. So there could be travel. You guys do want to see each other. It's like one person may be like, okay, I'm willing to drive. So it may not be a long distance between the two of you like that. And one person is like, well, I'm willing to take a plane. It could be plane distance, car distance. Take it how it resonates. How far you're willing to drive, how far you're willing to fly is really subjective. But with the Knight of Swords being here, I feel someone is kind of still in this child. You guys could be young. Okay, so you really don't know what you really want, where you're headed, where you're going with this connection, or let alone other things. Someone could be a DJ with the Magician card, or works in the party scene, works in like music, could be a producer of music, does a lot of partying, seeing like someone that works in Vegas, something with Vegas. All right, so let's see how you're handling this connection. And someone could literally like to skateboard. I'm just getting like a lighthearted, masculine energy. Both of you guys could be young, but one of you is more serious, whereas the other person is kind of just like more playful with their energy. You guys may bring out the inner child in one another, but one person has this temperament of like, but we still have to be adults here. We still have to be clear on what's going on, what's up. There may be a need to choose like what you guys want to do with this connection, because this feels kind of up in the air. But let's see, how is the viewer handling this connection? Separation. The World card is here. The Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, the Knight of Wands, and the Magician. Yeah, someone feels like they were a bit more serious. Queen of Cups with a Knight. So this could be an age difference, or it could just be like different levels of maturity or emotional maturity specifically, because I feel like someone is like they bailed out. Feminine energy, whoever that is, right? Could feel like this is like an ending of a era in their life. Okay, this connection could be a part of that end, or it's like this can either come with me or it could stay where it's at, because the Chariot, it has to be the synchronized movement forward. If not, it's like things are going to go off the rails. But this is motorcycles. So feminine energy is like ready, set, go. And it's like anything that is not in alignment, I have to go a different direction. Feminine energy is a bit more old school and traditional with their approach to love. Still highly tapped in and spiritual though. But it's like, I need concrete ground. I like to be pursued. I like clarity. I like truth. I like someone that's honorable, someone that's, has integrity. Where the Knight of Wands is more like new school energy, kind of, you know, into maybe, you know, multiple connections of relationships. They don't really believe maybe that one person could be their person or something. For some of you, that could be, you know, their mindset, or they just feel like I'm ready, set, go in life, in any direction, wherever the wind takes me type of energy. There is a desire, though, to come together to an extent, because it's like I have passion and I want to know what this is. There's a level of curiosity. I have to see what this is about. But someone is very protective, like mentally, a little bit like protecting their mind, where they're not trying to get too far ahead of themselves. And I feel like it's the masculine. The feminine energy is, I feel like, the one that has that level of intuitive feeling or insight. It's like you can literally see into potentially the future of this. You've been shown something. You feel it within yourself. There's an inner knowing about this connection. And you may feel like this person is running from you. You may feel like this person is running from the depths of your emotions, the depth of your heart, the depth of your love. Might feel like, okay, maybe it's too much for this person. But the Magician, this person is spiritual as well. They're more into the law of attraction, the manifestation type of spiritual beliefs, right? And very creative. The Magician card came out twice. So there's someone that's very creative, someone that knows how to, you know, shift energies, shift the atmosphere, definitely like with music, and you know how to shift the energies around you. You know how to kind of create a mood, create a vibe, okay? And I feel that's kind of this is what I'm getting from this Magician energy, where the Queen of Cups is more of a receptive energy, but receptive in a sense where they feel, you know, they allow themselves to go there, tap in, feel their energy. But there's also this other side to that emotional energy where it's like the Chariot vibe, the Queen of Cups, kind of Cancer energy. So someone could have Cancer in their chart as well, or it's just like someone is fully aware of their destiny and their fate, and it's like, I can see you there, or I feel like you play a role in it, but I can't stop where I'm at for you. And there may be a wise understanding that for some of you, if you deeply, truly feel this on a soul level, not just because you want it, you're desiring it from a place of fantasy, but because you truly intuitively feel this and know this within your being, even when you don't always welcome it, that this person is meant to be in your life to some degree, or could be your person or something. But it's like, you're not going to stop where you are for this person, because you know that your path still awaits you. So if it's meant, it's going to catch up. This person is going to align, or, you know, fate will bring this together, but I can't stop my path. Because you might feel torn, where it's like you feel, I can't pull this person with me, because this person may have ran off, or, okay, protest, nightmare. Let's see. Yeah, someone's deeply afraid. You both are in your head about this, but in different ways. Like the nightmare and the stress card. Whoever the masculine energy is kind of in their head about this connection. There's a lot of fear. So a lot of fears. Could be different types of fear. Fears of commitment. Fears of losing you if they don't come towards you. The protest card, this person and you do feel like there's a purpose to your connection. Like you guys might be people that are very vocal. You guys might literally be protesters, you know, or you're very vocal. You're public speakers, or you speak your mind, you speak your truth, and you guys feel like, you know, we might have some type of purpose together to change things. And it could literally be like whatever you're protesting about. Feminine energy is stressed out. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lack of rest and peace, thinking about the situation. Right now, let's see. Luck. Yeah, it's like you feel together you guys are blessed. You know, and then you have the right card. It's like some type of spiritual ceremony. Some of you guys might need to dedicate yourselves more to your spiritual path. And some of you guys may already be doing this. You may be doing some spiritual work on yourself. I'm hearing like leveling up in your spiritual giftings. This person with the luck and you, it's like you guys feel like you guys can have some type of blessed connection with maybe financially or business going together, working together. Like you guys are a good team. Indulgence was flipped face upward. And then look, you have blessings at the bottom with Ganesh. Like this could be a very fulfilling connection, a very enlightening, blessed connection. With the indulgence card, some of you guys may, if you're feminine, maybe focus on like, you know, hanging out with your, you know, your sister friends or whatever, your friends in general, your loved ones. It's kind of just being focused on that and trying to take your mind off of this. Some of you guys might literally need a spa day. Or get your nails done, get your feet done, get a massage, get a facial, do something, a wax, anything, you know what I mean? Like, and do it with your friends and have a good time. Kind of maybe like have like a sleepover, you know, women still do that, you know, that's still fun. You don't got to be a little kid to do that. So it could be, right now, like you both need to kind of live life right now, because I feel like you're both in your heads about each other. Because I definitely feel like there's stress and there's fear. But let's see. What is this person's hidden truth? Because this person may have never told you how they feel about you. Or that they even have feelings for you. They might just flirt and show that they're attracted, but never really expressed feelings. They may have not fully decided upon, like, okay, what this connection means to them enough to even express. Wow, that's a card trying to come out, but let's see. Okay. You and I were too young. We will be together again. I want to feel that way again. You speak to me through music and I look for you everywhere. So, okay. You got a lot of nostalgic type of energy, these cards. Like their truth, this is their truth, and it's like nostalgic. Okay, I'm surprised the Six of Cups didn't come out, but this person, they want to experience like the way things, like in the beginning, there's something about it that felt very lighthearted, very carefree, but something deep. But they feel like you guys were too young to really go anywhere with this connection or really do anything with it. Like you guys are two different people than what you once were. You might be more mature. You guys do have a connection through music, okay? I look for you everywhere. It's like they kind of wish that they can bump into you, or maybe fate will just kind of bring you two together. It's like you both kind of have this kind of whimsical view on love, but it's like it's healthy. It's a healthy balance between, and maybe sometimes it isn't, but it's kind of like we have to have that still have that spiritual ground to where we believe in supernatural things, that anything is possible, but not get too carried away in fantasy land and realms of fantasy. So there's like, that's why I feel like you guys kind of go back and forth, or you're trying to find that balance between the supernatural and the spiritual realm of what's real versus like, okay, is this delusion? Is this all in my head? Okay. Because this connection has elements of it it is fated energy here. There's something here that's very spiritually purposeful in this connection between the two of you. There is a destination to this, but it may not be revealed. There's a feeling like I have a sense, because this is about feeling. This is about inner knowing, intuitive guidance, rather than it is about an external experience. So some of what you're experiencing, you feel, but you don't really know how to put it into physical words or make it make sense, make logical sense. I'm going to stop here because you got the Vesta, which is devotion. This is definitely something deeply spiritual, where it requires it could be a lot of sacred sexuality, a lot of intense attraction to this person. You have Chiron at the bottom. This is some intense fucking energy with healing. And then at the bottom of that is Scorpio. Bottom of that is the 7th house with partnerships. Yeah, this is something about this connection. Okay, so Cancer. Yep, I was feeling Cancer energy, the caretaker. So right now, I feel like where this connection is headed, it's headed in a place where maybe you guys really need to take care of your own selves right now, energetically. You may be hypersensitive to energy right now. Spirit is saying you got to take care of your home, physically and spiritual home, like, which is you, your body, your temple, your surroundings, your environment. You might be a little bit moody, okay? There's a sense of loyalty and devotion to this person and them to you in a sense. But it's still a lot of not knowing. And I feel like Spirit is saying, don't worry about it, because you're spiritually in tune. You're spiritually aware. You're not going to miss the download. You're not going to miss the insight. So it's okay to just live and be normal, to ground your energy. You guys might be too up in the spirit realm when it comes to each other, when it comes to this person. Okay. Your advice, surrender. Yep. 54, choose to be free with surrender. So choose to be free and just be like, you know what? This is what I believe. This is what I feel. And there's nothing I can really do about it right now. So I'm just going to live life. And if it be that that's really the case, that all of this that I'm feeling and what I believe this to be, it's going to be. I'm not going to stress myself out worrying about it, because I feel like you, being a spiritual being, you understand supernatural things, but there's a part of you that still wants that balance of practicality, that balance of physical proof and evidence. And so does this person. So you're constantly looking for it. You're constantly trying to make sense of it, where it's not being given as of yet. That hasn't been revealed to you. So it's okay. Rather than being like, okay, I must be delusional because I'm not getting anything. Instead of saying, okay, I don't know. Okay, this is what I feel. This is what I feel or think I know, but I don't have the physical evidence to get it, and I don't feel like it's coming to me. Instead of knocking Spirit's door down constantly, knocking, knock, 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 open it up, open it up. Spirit is like, chillax and live life right now. You're too concerned with spiritual things. You need to ground your energy respectfully. So, surrender. It's okay. As above, so below is kind of the energy she's giving. So some of you guys, you just got to let things come together in the spirit. Like, I tell people this all the time, and it is real facts. Some things will get precursors years, weeks, months ahead of time before it actually materializes and plays out. So you just really got to chill, okay? It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. All right, so pile number 2, that is your reading. I hope that reading resonated with you, gives you the insight and the clarity that you may have been seeking, plus much more. And as always, peace. Okay. Pile number 3, if you guys are drawn to the Mystic Moon messages, this is your reading. So we're just going to tap in. And before we get to the messages, I'm going to ask, what kind of separation is this? Going to tap in and ask where you guys stand with the separation and the potential of what you can expect from this whole energy, the situation. How do they feel? What do they want to say to you? But before we do all of that, let's tap in. Holy Spirit. Pile number 3. Okay. Wow. You guys have quite a bit cards. You guys might want to watch pile number 2 if you haven't already. If you were like, pile 2, pile 3, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it's both probably for you, okay? Just saying. So North Node and Juno. North Node with fate, Juno with commitment, and Scorpio with enigma. The enigma. So this is a connection that's like out of this world. This could be the group of you that feels like this is my person. Whether you use titles such as soulmate, twin flame, my one, my person, my kingdom partner, my kingdom marriage spouse, whatever titles. There's this feeling that this is meant to be something long term. And you guys could already be in a partnership together. And your connection may be one of those ones that don't make sense to everybody else. I feel like for some of you, feel like it's destined for you and this person to marry each other or just be lifelong partners. Like this is a union. The month of June may be significant to you. Some of you have a North Node in Scorpio, North Node in Juno, or your person in question does have these placements. you may feel like this person is, you have an intense connection, or you have this intense draw towards them. There's a lot of secrecy. It's a lot of passion. At times you feel like this connection is like toxic. You feel like at times maybe this person is manipulating you, enticing you, or they feel this way towards you, or it could be both of you are mirroring each other with this. You guys might in your shadow have a tendency to be quite possessive over this person or each other. It can be extreme, like on the spectrum of passion. It could be like a healthy passion, or it could be an extreme passion. It could be intense in a sense of like, this is new to me. This is like something that's sparking me up, that's making me go in deep within myself, challenging me to the point for some of you where it could be on the other spectrum of extremity, obsessive, like where you can't pull yourself out of this connection, where you might feel like you can't do without each other. So that's the toxic side of this. But the reason for this separation was definitely a divine separation. It needed to happen. And if it be that this is someone that you've never been in a commitment with, there's no breakup, or there's no emotional distance, mental, spiritual distance. It could be like physically, you guys are in different spaces energetically right now in life, or you're in two different locations. But this is a journey. This is definitely something that is connected to your spiritual growth, your spiritual calling, your spiritual purpose, whether this is meant to be just a learning experience, a character building experience, or someone that is meant to evolve and grow with you and walk with you on your journey, and vice versa. This connection does require a give and take. There could be that you guys are compatible to the point where it's like heavenly compatible, versus also being like clashing, where you guys clash heavily, like to where almost like you can't stand each other. It's something about, you guys have this thin, real thin line between like La La Land, rainbows and sunshine, flowers, candy, flowers, cotton candy. It's a joke. Some of, I don't know. I used to think that when I heard that Usher song, "You Got It Bad," when I was younger, that's what I was saying. I was saying flowers, cotton candy, but it's cards and candy. But on the other side of it, it can also be that you guys can like want to scratch each other's skin off, because this is like, that sounds crazy, but like Scorpio, y'all on shadow side, if you're a Scorpio, y'all crazy, y'all crazy. But this could also be you're a part of the Pluto and Scorpio generation as well. So a part of these experiences that you have with your connections, they are deeply intense. You might be drawn to connections that kind of challenge you emotionally, where you might be drawn to people that have similar traumas as you, or you could be the fixer, picker upper, or you draw people that desire to save you or save each other. It's kind of like this Romeo and Juliet type of vibe to it at times. Like it's very extreme. Or in your adolescence, you guys may have dated a lot of people that were very morbid, or, dealt with depression and the S word, or maybe even lost a lover to the S word, or just living a very dangerous life. Like you might have been drawn to partners that had a little bit of a dark side to them. You may have that deep within yourself, or it's this part of you that desires to really dive into the psyche of people, people that are kind of what society deems as dangerous, or the rebels, or the Jeffrey. No, hopefully y'all ain't into that type of stuff. But there's girls out there that got forums and fan pages for these S word, K word, SKs. You guys know what I'm trying to say. The Jeffrey Dahmers of the world. Let's just say that. So I feel like with this connection, it kind of transmutes that, or it's meant to transmute those deep traumas and the attraction to toxic energy. But for some of you, you guys have, that you have a tendency to get a little bit too invested in connections. And as you're walking your spiritual path and your spiritual journey, I feel like you understand your connections a little bit better. And with this connection, it's like you feel this intense draw to this person. Like there's got to be a purpose or reason to this connection. There's something about it. And you want to charge forward, or in the beginning you wanted to charge towards this person and just be like, I'm in. I don't know what this is. I feel this pull towards you. There's something about you. Your spirit, your energy feels familiar. I'm with it. I'm all in. That's the energy I get from this. And it could be both ways. Both of you may have felt this. But let's see, where's this connection concerned as far as the separation, Holy Spirit, for the person, the viewer, and their person in question. Ooh. Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone could have a connection to spiders, snakes, ravens, kind of like those shadow animals, falcons. Let's see. Yeah, the devil. I know I got to give credit to spirit, but, I'm going to take some credit too now. Like, I'm the student that pays attention to the teacher. And I aced my test. Like, the devil card is here. I'm telling you, it's like this kind of dark, toxic energy that you guys can indulge in. Like, this person has a shadow side to them, but they have this light side to them where it's like you're drawn to the part of them that's very daring. They're playful. They're kind of childlike in their energy. They're daring. Like, yeah, I play sports. I skydive. I don't know, I can skateboard, I could do this, I could do that. And there's this part of them, though, that is dark and can pull you in sometimes and make you feel stuck and resentful. Six of Wands. This could be a same-sex relationship, too. For some of you, this could have been your first same-sex relationship where you felt like this person just kind of drawed you in. You never really looked at women that way or looked at men that way, and you felt like they pulled you in. For some of you guys, this is someone you went to school with. The Judgment card is definitely something about past life lessons. And when I say past life, for some of you it could, if you resonate with that, reincarnations, or just like your past in this lifetime, where you are still learning the lessons, or you're still applying the wisdoms and the lessons. It's kind of like this might wake you up to past experiences that you've had in your adolescence. This person could be very familiar. They could kind of represent an archetype of a partner that you're used to, or they could be quite the opposite. But it's kind of like you're still learning the lessons of similar energy, but through someone that is different. They're an enigma. You can't really make sense of this connection. It challenges you to your core. Like, this connection ain't no joke when it comes to spiritual growth for you. Most definitely. Six of Swords. This could be someone that sometimes you feel like you have to detach from, and maybe you had to walk away from this person. You felt guided to walk away from them. This person couldn't make a decision between what kind of lifestyle they wanted to live. I feel like this person has some growing up to do. With the Emperor card, they could be a father, this person, or you could be a father. Someone kind of feels left out in the dark. Something about this connection you feel like you'll be judged for, or this person can feel that way. This person is depressed because they're receiving a lot of online bullying. It's like, I can't read some of these words because it's kind of triggering, but it's showing the messages that's coming through on her laptop. And this could even be thoughts. Like, this computer can represent programming, mental programming that is being carried here, where someone feels like they're not good enough. This connection could challenge you on so many different levels. And if there's multiple people watching this, you gotta, how to just know how to discern this, because it could be a lot of y'all watching. This person pulls on you energetically. It's something about this person that pulls on you. It's like you're a strong person. You know how to detach, but this person sometimes is just like, dang, I can't shake this dude, or I can't shake this girl. It seems... Let me clarify this Devil card before I pull those cards. Clarify the Devil card here in Spirit. What is this talking about in this instance? What is it talking about? Oof. the Knight of Cups. This person could be a bit of a drinker because this man is drinking in the Devil and this guy is a bartender in the Knight of Cups. So this person could be a bit of a drinker. They have their vices that maybe you didn't really know about. This person can be like the type that likes to experiment and maybe used to in your past experiment with different substances. And, you know, I can't really say that here on this, you know, video, but you know where I'm getting at. And they might be into stuff that you're not into, or you kind of like, you know, I'll go there with you because it's you and I trust you. I'll roll with you. You know what I'm saying? But this person, I feel like, has a lot of vices. They're very persuasive too. They're like an addiction to you. They're like a substance of some sort to you. They know how to get you going. Very persuasive. They might remind you, and I get that this person is not as dark as you think they are energetically. I don't feel like it. This person's triggering you to heal, because you had an ex for some of you where this person was very dark, very manipulative. They're a trickster. They'd be like, you know, you want to come into my room? We're just going to talk. We're going to hang out. Then next thing you know, this person's like trying to get you tipsy, trying to get you high. And then next thing you know, like, you're doing it when you said that you're a virgin and you're not, you know, you're not trying to do that. Next thing you know, you're doing it and it's like you regret it. So there's something about this person that might trigger that memory or remind you of a partner like this or partners like that you've experienced. Because like I said, there's an archetype, but they don't really fit the description. They trigger it because of something similar about their energy or something like that. Or it's like a mirage, but it's not it. Look, live and learn. Yeah. You feel like because this connection is so intense and you're so drawn to this person that it must be something dark because you've experienced this darkness, something that feels something like it with someone that was really dark. Okay. You have luck and daydream. A trap. Yeah, you don't want to be trapped in this person's web. Okay. Someone may feel like, oh, this person's seductive. They're pulling me in. They're doing all this. They're doing all of that. When it's something deeper here. And this person is kind of being used as a catalyst or a mirror to you to help you release that, because this connection is something, it's different. There's something faded about this energy. It's not karmic. It seems like it, but it's not. Okay. So there's a lesson to be learned. Yes. With the luck card, you guys may see each other as a blessing to each other as well, that you can grow together and edify. And one of you may even daydream about the possibilities and the potential of this connection. So I'm not getting that this person is that darkness. I feel with this Knight of Cups clarifying the Devil, this person does have like a good heart. And maybe this person is the type that's like not afraid of certain things. They, you know, they welcome their shadows, but they have a balance to them. They're not someone that does things against people's wills or force and manipulates. This could be one of those connections that are so kind of getting, if you are, any of you are Sex and the City fans, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, I forgot this deck. Let's see where you guys are with separation. But I'm getting like Carrie Bradshaw and Big. What's his name? John Preston. I can't remember if that was his name. I think it was John Preston. Could be wrong. But it was Mr. Big was his nickname in the show. And they had pretty much a roller coaster type of connection. It was like this in and out. And at the very end, I think she was in Paris with her current boyfriend. And her current boyfriend was just so disgusting. He was an asshole. Anyway, he was like, he thought he was a shit because he was an artist. He just, you know, them bourgeois. He was too much. Anyway, so she leaves him, runs out of the hotel or whatever, and bumps into Big, and it was just like this whole faded thing. And then, oh, you're the one. And it was, you know, that TV stuff, that HBO Max shit. And just let's see. It was just too much. But anyway, you guys could have like a connection that's kind of like that, where it's too much throughout the journey, but then it's like at some point when it's right, it's right. But not saying that that's everybody's story or that it has to be your story, but Spirit led me to that. So the Judgment card flew out, but it tried to come out in reverse. So there is something where Spirit's like, you can't skip the lesson here. You have to go through these levels here. You can't skip it. Your heart could still be heavy. It could still be some wounding there from adolescence. You have the Knight and the Page of Wands. You do remind each other of your childhood. You do connect with each other on this level where it's kind of like you call each other to come out of your shell, to call you to your passions, to call you to be adventurous, call you to explore. What did I say? I'm getting something with falcons. That could be someone's animal totem. And if you are a daughter of Oshun, you resonate with Oshun, you know that the falcon is one of her animal totems. So it's like you have a very sensuous, very nurturing, very creative, very abundant, fertile energy. But you also have a side where it's like, don't take me for granted. Don't play me. You know what I mean? Don't think that you can do this shit without me, in a sense of, you know, trying to lower my value and make me kind of cast me out, or like kind of lower me down or lessen my power. I'll show you what's up. I'll cause a whole catastrophe up in your life, and not because I'm doing it to be toxic, not from a place of I'm going to slash your tires, put bleach on your clothes, burn your sneakers in the tub, burn your house down. Not that type of level, but more so from a place of I'll remove myself out of your life and you see how that works out for you. And it's just like, ever since, like nothing's ever the same. Five of Pentacles. So like you might have, some of you, if you're the feminine energy, you might have had to take your energy away from, like pull your energy back. And this person could have felt like you took the sunlight, literally, and a storm came shortly after. And then a hailstorm came. Like, I ain't even playing. Like, that's what it feels like to me. That could be the energy. Where are you at with this connection? Where's this connection at during? How are they handling the separation? You guys might have had to break up or separate yourselves from this person. Yeah, the Death card is a lot of Scorpio energy. It's a lot of deep, intense energy. Saturn energy, Pluto energy. I'm hearing like Neptune as well. Six of Wands. You're going to go through an intense glow up. By doing your spiritual work, doing what's necessary, there's going to be a glow up that comes from this. And I feel like this is breaking down of the beliefs that you've carried for so long. These beliefs that kind of kept you kind of in this place of looking at love dark in darkness, because this person came in such a intense way that it was light to you. You wanted to approach it. You felt drawn to it because it was such a familiar type of energy, or at least you thought that it was. And what you found was that it's nothing like what you've experienced in your past that was pretty dark, pretty heavy, maybe toxic, traumatic. And instead you found something deeply transmutative, like this was something that might be painful to an extent, because it challenged you to come out of that, challenges you to trust where there's fear. You know, this person could have reminded you of an ex, or you were afraid, like, oh, the last time I felt this intensity or I felt this draw, that person just dropped me. They just left me hanging. They left me to feel stupid, or made me feel crazy, or, you know, they were crazy towards me, or whatever the case may be. To find that this was something to break down those walls of fear and really take a leap. And maybe this person didn't realize what you meant to them as well, because they might have had their own separate fears as well. Because I feel like this is a mirror. Like, you guys mirror each other's energy back to each other. You're a catalyst for each other. And this is about weighing the heart. Is it heavy or is it light as a feather? And I feel like this connection was here to help you do that. But before you went through the initiation, this glow up or this level up, you have to grow through this process of reassessing your lessons and really challenging yourself to rise to the occasion and move towards the path that is divinely aligned. You got the star at the bottom of the deck. And this doesn't come without purification and clearing and pouring out and pouring into. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're an intense person, even if you don't have Scorpio energy. And like I said, this could be the Scorpio and Pluto generation that I'm speaking to. That's like my generation and a little bit people I think born in the early 80s. Early 80s to maybe mid 90s, I think, is the Scorpio and Pluto generation, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Google it, fact check it. But you have an intense essence about you where you love deeply. You love people so much to the core that these people could have the most heinous past, done the most heinous things, could be the most casted out in society, but you'll still find the beauty in them and want to learn about their story and try to hear them out, understand their pathology, understand, you know, who they are as a person, and love them and nurture them and welcome them in. And you found that in the past when you try to nurture a snake that it has bit you. But with this person, they're not that. That's not who they are. I feel like you guys are familiar with that because maybe you were that type of person to others, or you guys both know what it's like to be that person, that safe haven for people that maybe were dark, that did have, you know, some deep, you know, issues and traumas and maybe not good intentions, you know, or some narcissists or some psychopaths or whatever, right? Like you've been there, you've done that. Drug addicts, you've been there. And I feel Spirit is saying like this is to break you free of maybe demonizing that depth of you, that part of yourself, and forgiving yourself, seeing the beauty in your heart, but knowing to trust yourself again in order to trust others. And I feel like that's the lesson within this. So you guys are healing. And the reason for your separation, I feel, is because if you guys were to dwell in those fears or those shadows or that past energy, it would be very toxic. You guys would really repel each other, and maybe it got to borderline to a point where you had to kind of break this off. And maybe it wasn't as bad. It could have just been like your fears were so great that it caused you guys to separate. And maybe it caused that tower moment to be like, okay, I need to fix this. I need to change this. Or what's up? This person is acting funny towards me. What's up? What's going on? So that you could heal maybe rejection or abandonment, or you ran and this person felt like you rejected them, but in actuality you're rejecting yourselves. You're running from yourselves, but you needed that though so you could see the truth of yourself. All right, so let's see what this person wants you to know. I'm hearing Persephone, that story of Persephone in Hades, I think it is, where he pulled her down to the underworld just to be with her. Like you've dealt with that before. You've been that person, or you've dealt with someone like that before. And a part of your soul does not want to experience that, of course. And there's a fear, like your conscious self, your human self, the part of you that is in that timeline that was experiencing those painful things, fears and runs. But this is not that type of energy. I don't feel that. So let's see what this person wants to tell you. How do they feel? What are they thinking? Holy Spirit, that you allow us to tap into. Pile number 3. Okay, I'm hearing 4. So I'm going to pull 4. Lying was just easier than telling you the truth. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. And I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. I heard 4, but these 2 also came out. So I'm no other compares to you. How could you still love me after all that I've done? Yeah, this person might have a past that they're not proud of. Maybe not with you, but just like their past before you two met, that they're not proud of. And it's like, if I would have known what I knew now, like, you know, they kind of feel like this shame and this guilt, like you won't really accept them. They could have been a bad person in the past or to people, and they kind of regret that, but they're not that person. And they see you as like maybe this warm, gentle, welcoming, nurturing person, understanding, and they feel like you may not understand everything. So they might have lied about something with you or to you. They could have pushed you away, treated you a little bit badly, or made you think that it was you when it really was something with them. Like I said, I just get this energy of rejecting was actually self-rejection. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I'm going to do is ask Spirit, what is the potential of this separation in the near coming future, at least for pile number 3, collective pile number 3 that resonates with the reading, what this message is for. What can they potentially expect? What is the potential or probable energy of this? Okay. Conjunction with union. Ooh. Okay. So you guys could definitely come together because it may be meant. There's something that you guys got to do. You guys are meant to work together, merge, or join forces in some instance. Okay. You guys are a part of the same soul tribe, soul group, soul essence, maybe even. And for some of you, it could very well be that you guys are meant to be with this person. There's a strong possibility of that. And this could be one of those connections that don't come easy, because it doesn't come easy, but it's easy. Like, it's an easy connection in the sense that when it does come together, you guys just seem to flow and seem to merge, even in your differences. Even you're compatible, you complement each other. But the union to that is not as simple, it's not as easy as it seems. And I feel like Spirit is keeping you two from, from fully coming together or even being together until you do this deep soul work, because you guys can be very toxic to each other. It's like there's no black and white. It's either you guys are heavily evolving, constantly evolving and growing, challenging each other to growth and sharing this deep love and deep passion, or it's that toxic shit where you can't separate, where you almost hate each other, or where you possess each other, where you fight, it's intense. So that soul healing and growth right now is very, very necessary for this connection. And it may not be that you guys won't be in each other's lives or have some type of level of communication or some type of connectivity, but a union, coming together, being together, is not something that is going to happen under the circumstances where they're at right now. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that's not everybody's reading, of course, but if this is really, really, truly for you, it will be. So let's see what your advice is from Spirit, though. Divine Spirit for collective pile number 3. What is their message? Wrap up for winter. Time to hibernate. Yeah. It's time to hibernate. It's not time for blossoming of new things in this connection. It's in this season of hibernation. Okay. It's a season of just kind of chillax and really go within, because it's kind of like right now, if you try to go out in the cold without the proper clothing, you're going to get sick. So this is like Spirit saying again, like you going out before it's time or it's season, it's going to cause a sickness in the connection and within yourselves, spiritually and energetically. You don't see it. Maybe you both don't see in what way. It's like, no, but I want to be with this person. No, I care about him. Let me just apologize. Let me do this. And Spirit's like, no, I know better than what y'all can see. I see everything. Like, I know the ins and the outs. I know how, if this happens, how you're going to react. And if this happens, how this person's going to react. So I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. I hope this resonated with you. And for some of you, I have to be real and be honest. If you're watching this at the time I'm recording this, it's summer, it's June here. You guys might not see some type of change in this connection or something coming together until winter season, potentially. Or there's just something significant about winter for you, but I feel like it's metaphoric. Okay. Much love as always. You guys be blessed. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching this reading, this video. Like it. If it resonates with you, share it with someone you feel like it may resonate with or benefit. And as always, peace.